read a nonsensical article this weekend stating that Project Red may be facing a class action lawsuit for the horrendous launch of CyberPunk 2077. It is true that Project Red really dropped the ball on this launch. The game was extremely buggy. In some cases, the bugs were so game-breaking, you could not play the game. People could not play the game. Don't get me wrong, Project Red definitely fucked up by releasing the game way too early. You should never release a broken product, especially no company ever should release a broken product. However, I feel a toxic fan and gaming consumer base has more blame to take in this case. Project Red did keep pushing back the release date for Cyberpunk. Due to this, a lot of the gaming community was growing impatient and verbally harassing Project Red and the devs who were working nonstop on trying to get this game good enough to release to the public. Project Red did end up releasing it, honestly, way too early, and the backlash started again for all the issues the game was having. Why I say the consumer is to blame for this is that the consumer and reviewers are the groups that make or break a video game during its release. When I go into YouTube and I type in a video game followed by review, I instantly get kicked in the fucking face with the 10K reviews, 1 million video comments, and 200 billion views. Yeah, I'm being a little dramatic here, but not as fucking dramatic as this toxic-ass fan base that can't relax for a few months while a production company tries to perfect their fucking game. So the first thing an average intelligent person does when they want to buy something is they look at reviews online. The gaming industry is no different. We are instantly hit with not only reviews from streaming and online personalities, we also have to deal with the garbage gaming businesses that have reviews in videos, articles, and user-generated reviews and websites. Oh, and of course, they all have to use a different type of rating score to try and be unique from each other, even though they're all just fucking garbage. This may sound like just bullshit that I'm spewing, but we do have historical proof of the media and consumers trying and sometimes succeeding at ruining a game before release. In 2016, Hello Games was under fire for how long they were taking on releasing No Man's Sky. Panicked, they had released the game early and it was less than subpar, and it was incomplete. 4 years later, an ass ton of patches and updates, it is actually a pretty good game, but that doesn't matter because they already lost a lot of the fan base that would have played it due to the bad reviews and all the attacks they had gotten back in 2016 during release. Gearbox, just at the beginning of this year, the end of last year, had also received a lot of hate for their decision of releasing Borderlands 3 on the Epic Game Store before Steam release. Firstly, as this was their IP, it was well in their right to do this. The same thing happens with God of War only being on PlayStation. You don't see anybody bitching about that. The consumer fan base is getting all butthurt about this and was leaving bad reviews for the game on Steam and other platforms weeks before the game came out, giving it 1-star ratings for graphics and gameplay when nobody even played it yet, intentionally trying to bury this game before release. The proof of this actually being a thing that consumers are to blame for is a few months back in April, I had bought SnowRunner right on release day. Now, the game was tragically buggy. The function commands for the vehicles would glitch out, and a lot of people couldn't get their steering wheels to setups to work with the game, which the game being more of like a Sims, you'd want to play it with the steering wheel setup rather than your controller. However, maybe due to the fan base being much smaller, or maybe they're just better people, they escalated the issues to Saber, and Saber apologized, stating that they were struggling with restrictions due to COVID and would fix these issues as quickly as they could. The fan base, being mostly awesome, said, "Cool, thanks for working on this. We really just want to play the game in all its glory." Saber slowly began to release patches to fix the issues, as well as adding a ton more content to make up for the buggy release. They are happy, the customers are happy. That's basically, in conclusion, what I'm saying is stop putting all of your life problems on a gaming company and go find something else to do while they try to fucking fix their game and make it perfect for you, the consumer. Maybe play one of those untouched games you bought but never played. I mean, we all have them. Or donate your time to, like, an animal shelter or something. We all know during COVID they could use a lot more help. Just saying. Oh, and for the group of people that are going to say, oh, but they've been working on this for 8 years, that's still not an excuse. 8 years, what's that, like 3 generations worth of consoles and 17 to 20 GPUs that they have to keep changing and updating how the game works for and the game mechanics? Hey Tom, how are those character designs going? great, now that I finally got a story to build off of, I can do some amazing graphical stuff. Look at the characters I've made. That's great, Tom, but that was like 2 consoles ago. We're going to need you to break that right back down to its base coding and optimize it for the newer game consoles. Now, aside from that, this is my very first post that I'm posting on Facebook of my face and what I'm doing. I have to go through and edit it. I have never edited before. I've never done a video editing class or anything like that. So I expect this to be relatively garbage. I'm working on it. I'll do the best that I can, but just keep that in mind. Plus, I need a real camera and real setup, which I don't currently have, so I'm doing this all on my phone.